patch 7.2 is here, and with it, new content and balance changes. The TLDR version is Black Mage got reworked, for better or for worse, I'll leave that up to you. Pictomancer has been adjusted to have a much weaker burst, but slightly higher damage in between. All melee jobs received 1 to 2% buffs, and a lot of AoE skills had their falloff adjusted and therefore buffed pretty heavily. Now, because this is a Viper channel, let's spend some time going over the buffs to our legacies, and how melee balance is looking for the coming raid tier. Each legacy was given a 40 potency buff, making for a total of 160 potency to our Reawaken combo. This is equating to about a 1.15% overall buff. If you remember from my previous patch note video for 7.1, I asked for a 20 potency increase to both the generations and legacies. Well, this is basically the same thing, they listened. Now this would have gone a long way to help bridge the gap when it came to 2-minute burst damage between melee. But since the melee also saw some pretty decent buffs, Samurai especially, to the burst windows, Viper is pretty much right back where it started compared to other melee. But I'm not too worried about it, which leads me to my next topic. When considering job balance, the fight design plays a massive role in how a job performs. Viper excels in fights with extended melee downtime due to Uncoiled Fury. We are also the kings of multi-target fights, since our strongest abilities also cleave for 40 to 50% of the damage. With the, I'll be honest, pretty massive AoE buffs that most jobs received, I'm wondering if this raid tier will contain more moments of multi-target fights. Combine this with the already hinted at possibility that this raid will contain more melee downtime is making Viper look like a very strong pick, despite its damage shortfalls. On the other hand, if the fights have periods of where the boss is untargetable and there's nothing to hit, then therefore Viper being a gauge job will become much less desirable compared to the cooldown jobs like Ninja, Monk, and Dragoon. Only time will tell. Either way, depending on how fights play out, melee balance is looking pretty solid, so you can't go wrong with any job. But it would be bad business for me not to say Viper's the best job and all other melees suck, so play Viper. I'll be progging and heavily involved in optimizing for Viper for the coming Savage raid tier. If you're interested, consider subscribing. I plan on uploading more Viper specific content this patch, especially with field operations coming later. Thanks for watching.